Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm here to review not the featured heroes because I've already done that in another video. Be sure to check that video out after watching this one. But why I'm actually here today is I'll be reviewing and giving my honest opinions on this list of featured heroes that are available in the birthday summon. And I'll be reviewing each single one of these heroes and be giving my honest opinion, and I'll be giving all of them a rating from 1 to 10, and at the end of the video I'll be picking my top 5. And remember, this is all about your roster, which heroes you want. This is just my perspective of these heroes, so enjoy the video. So our first hero is Shacklebolt. Shacklebolt is an amazing damage dealer and mana stealer. He can also copy dispellable buffs and distribute them on all allies, which is extremely good in my opinion. Shacklebolt can steal extremely good buffs like Dark Feather's buff, where the 50% chance to deal damage to a random enemy, or like Taunt or something from Ludwig. So I think Shacklebolt is a decent pick. He is getting an 8 out of 10. Next we have Timeus. Timeus has just been an absolute beast once he was released. Timeus can pair well with like any blue hitter. For example, Timeus can pair extremely well with Costume Perseus and Guardian Hippo. Timeus is just an extremely good damage dealer running at fast speed. Timeus is getting a 10. Next we have Gestalt. Gestalt is extremely good in Equalizer Wars, but one downside to Gestalt is you can't actually control where the cubes hit, and Gestalt is a little outdated. He has been released for quite some time now, I think about 6 months. So Gestalt is a bit dated, but he is still a extremely good hero in my opinion. But he is just not as good as the other heroes that are featured in this list. So Gestalt is getting a 6.5. Next we have Mioni. Mioni has been a tank for quite some time now. She's very popular in 2023. But she is just a little dated. That's all. I think Mioni is still a good hero, an amazing tank. Some top alliances are still using Mioni as tank, and she is still extremely good, but there is some better options in this list. So Mioni is not worth chasing in this list. So Mioni is getting a 5.5. Next we have Christine Day. Now Christine Day is extremely good when paired with someone like Erlang Shen. You can just wipe out one side, but one downside to Christine Day is her damage is a little low, especially now that we have legendary troops, tune costumes, and like so many health boosting. That's just not enough damage to kill someone. Next we have everybody's favorite, Luna. Now Luna, we just don't have to talk about her. Luna is beastly in defense at tank or flank positions. I think Luna works best at left flank. But if you have Dark Feather, Luna can go in right flank as well. Luna is just an amazing hero, amazing all-rounder. I think Luna is also a very decent option. I think Luna is getting a 9 out of 10. She's just a little dated. That's the problem with Luna. Next we have Quinn from the Elemental. So Quinn is an amazing health booster, 400 at fast speed, and then that he has a hatred against fire, dark, holy, and nature. He's just an extremely good all-rounder hero. Quinn, amazing pick. I think he is getting a 7.5. Next we have the little goblin Pepper Flame. Pepper Flame has just been an absolute beast in defenses and attacks. Pepper Flame pairs well with Costume Marjana, second Costume Marjana. It's this one I'm talking about. This one, Pepper Flame pairs with this one so well. You can just literally wipe out one side. And especially that growth effect where the caster and nearby allies get 330 attack. If you just stack this up, I've seen Pepper Flame deal 2000 damage, and it's just absolutely insane. So Pepper Flame is another good option. She is getting a 10. I highly recommend Pepper Flame. Next we have Nogu, one of the newest champion hero. Nogu is just an amazing damage dealer. That bleed damage, I think the damage is on par with Erlang Shen, maybe a bit lower, because I remember Erlang is 465 to the target and splash to nearby enemies. But what I like about Nogu is that last skill where the target and nearby enemies convert all boosted health to max health reduction. That is just an insane counter to health boosting. I think Nogu would be extremely good on a war attacking team. Nogu is also a very decent pick, so he's getting an 8.5. Next we have Vaishali from the Magic Tower. Magic Tower hasn't appeared in quite some time now. I think it won't appear again, so this is your last chance to get an amazing hero like Vaishali. Vaishali is one of those heroes where you just completely underestimate, but she is extremely good in tank and flank positions. But I think Vaishali is just not worth chasing, especially when you have like this list. There's so much variety to this list that Vaishali is not worth chasing. There's so many amazing heroes, and Vaishali stats are a bit dated. So Vaishali is getting a 6.5. Next we have Darkfeather. So I pulled Darkfeather in the second Goblin event, I remembered, and Darkfeather has been an absolute game changer. He is just an absolute beast in Titans and Mythic Titans. I recently put him on my defense team, and my win rate got up so high. Now Darkfeather is my strongest hero at level 89 because I don't have the tabbers to make him go to level 90. But Darkfeather is an amazing hero. He is getting a 9.5. Next we have Nautica, the newest, I think, of the Construct family. Nautica is just an amazing hero. That 45% health at average is a massive heal, especially that second skill increases the mana of nearby allies by 33%. That is just extremely good. Pair him with Pepper Flame, for example. Pepper Flame would just boost the attack and then increase the mana. That's just makes everything work together. I think Nautica is a real game changer. The best players have been using Nautica on their defense teams. I think Nautica is an amazing mana booster and healer. So Nautica is definitely getting a 10. Next we have Hornfell, one of the Construct family heroes as well. 480 to the target and splash to nearby enemies is quite decent. That is also the first time Hornfell has introduced us to the knockdown effect. That is pretty interesting. Hornfell is just an amazing attack hero, and that knockdown effect is beastly. I think Hornfell is also a decent pick. He is getting an 8 out of 10. Next we will have Relius, one of the old owls. Now Relius, I think, to be honest, I think he's not of a great healer, because compare him to like Nautica, for example. Average speed the same, and Nautica still heals 15% more health than Relius at the same speed. and 40% chance to get revived is just not enough. You'll just get taken out first before you can even cast that special, get that special charge. But I am not saying Relius is a bad hero. He's just not very competitive in today's meta. So Relius is getting a 6.5. Next we have Shaw, another Construct family hero. So Shaw is one of the best, maybe the best of the best holy heroes beside Erlang Shen. I think Erlang Shen and Shaw are some of the best holy heroes, but I think Shaw's damage is just not enough. 340 damage to all enemies, not enough in today's meta. Like I said with Christine Day, too little damage. There's just tunes and legendary troops. There's just too much health, and that's just not enough damage. And Shaw can't be relied as a healer because the amount he heals depends on the amount of damage that he inflicts. So Shaw is a decent pick. He is just not very competitive anymore. When he first released, he was a beast. He was dealing so much damage, but now there's just too much going on, and just that's not enough damage. But Shaw is still an amazing hero. I think he can function as tank. So Shaw is getting a 7.5. Next we have the newest, one of the newest, like besides Spartoy, one of the newest heroes in the Untold Tales family. So Medea, that shifting mindless attack, that is very good. Medea can be function as tank, but her damage just isn't enough. I still like that shifting mindless attack, especially ring at fast speed. That's also a decent damage at fast speed, but that's just not enough damage, especially when she gets to the second charge. She just won't be fast enough. So I think Medea is not a good option, especially in this list, but I think Medea can function as like tank. I've faced Medea as tank before. She can be pretty deadly and threatening at some occasions or some scenarios, but Medea is not very practical. So Medea is getting a 6.5, but I think she has a lot of potential, especially when she got nerfed up that last hero update. So Medea is still getting a 6.5. That's just not enough damage, especially at the second charge. Next we have the big boys, the Toons. Now we have Toon Richard. Toon Richard is just one of the hardest hitting heroes I've ever seen, like the game has ever witnessed. Like imagine pair this guy with like Pop Hit, for example, or like Costume Perseus. That's just this guy would just be beastly, especially if you're aiming at a fire hero. One thing I don't like about Richard is his other costumes, his second and third costumes, are not very useful, and the Toon is the only one that I see being used. So that is a downside to Toon Richard, but I think he is just an amazing damage dealer. I've seen Toon Richard do about 2,500 damage before, and that's just a tremendous amount of damage. I think he is just amazing. Next we have Toon Marjana. Again, Marjana is just an amazing hero. Her costumes are extremely good. One thing I'd like to say about Marjana is her costumes has a different use or will be extremely powerful in different scenarios. Like this costume can be paired with Pepper Flame. This one is so much elemental defense down. It's just they're all good in different scenarios. Unlike Toon Richard, the second and third costumes are actually useful. So I think Marjana deserves a 10 as well. I forgot to give Richard a rating. Toon Richard a rating. Toon Richard is getting a 9 out of 10 because his second and third costumes are not very practical, but Marjana here is getting a 9.75 because she can be pretty devastating in some times, but now we're talking about the Toon, not either of the costumes. So I think Toon Marjana is still an amazing hero. An amazing hero. Marjana definitely deserves a 9.75. Next we have Desmond. Now Desmond, 480 damage to the enemies on the edge is an extremely massive amount of damage, especially if that enemy is an ice enemy. He also boosts himself and nearby allies. Desmond can be pretty devastating in some occasions. You can just whip him on an attack team, and Desmond is the exact counter for Guardian Hippo defenses, in my opinion, since we all know Guardian Hippo is an ice hero and he deals extra damage, and then he has like these things against ice heroes. Guardian Hippo would just be like decimated. So Desmond is an extremely good hero, especially going up against blue wings. So Desmond, I think Desmond is another decent pick in my opinion. So Desmond is getting a 8.5 out of 10. He's just, sometimes he can just be taken out easily, and his effect, the silence, can just be cleansed. And if he's on a defense team, he's not very practical on a defense team, because the attacker can just utilize that and then use that to their advantage and set up how they want, and they won't put blue heroes on the edge of the formation. So Desmond is an extremely good attack hero. He is getting an 8.5. So next we have Toon Vivica. The Toon Vivica is just an amazing toon. 54% health, all allies, is just an insane amount. 45% plus defense for 4 turns. Massive defense up, but her costumes, like Richard, are not that practical. You can just tile them into them and they'll just be dead in like 5 tiles. So Vivica, I think, is getting a 9 as well as Richard. So my top 5. So my 5th pick would be Darkfeather. I think Darkfeather is just an amazing hero. That growth effect, he is extremely good on both attack and defense. He is just an absolute beast in Titans. Darkfeather is just an amazing all-rounder, and that is why he deserves 5th place on my ranking. Next, we have the one and only Luna. Now Luna might be a little bit outdated, but that Moonbeam effect is still godly, like godly. I think it is just extremely good. Luna is just an amazing hero, amazing all-rounder, amazing in defense, and that is why Luna is taking 4th place in this ranking. So the next hero, at 3rd place we have Toon Marjana. Like I said, Toon Marjana is just an amazing hitter, and her costumes are extremely good. You can just level them all and they'll be useful in different cases, scenarios. Toon Morjana is just an amazing attack hero. So I am gonna give third place to Toon Morjana. Next we actually have a tie for second place between Pepper Flame and your boy Timeus. Now these two heroes are extremely good. Timeus is just amazing. He has so much potential. He has so many combinations with like Guardian Hippo hitters, like Perseus costume. Timeus is just an amazing hitter, amazing attacker. I think Timeus is very effective in attack formations, especially running with Guardian Hippo and costume Perseus. He can also be pretty devastating in war defenses. So Timeus is also another good all-rounder. And Pepper Flame, we just don't need to talk about this little guy. Pepper Flame is an extremely good damage dealer. And that growth effect is just godly. You can just, like I said, put costume Toon Morjana next to Pepper Flame and the enemy will just be annihilated. So Pepper Flame and Timeus is taking second place in this list, and the moment you've all been waiting for. First place we have Nautica. Nautica is just an amazing healer, amazing mana control, that mana boost and that critical chance. Nautica is just an amazing hero in both attack and defense. There's just so many possibilities and like combinations of heroes that can be used alongside Nautica. I think Nautica has so much potential. All the greatest players are using Nautica in defense teams. Nautica, extremely good hero. That's just, and Nautica is just an amazing all-rounder. And that is all for this video. I hope you all like my rating. Remember, this is just in my opinion, my roster. If you have different opinions or did I get something wrong, please comment below. Please leave a like, subscribe. At the end, this is all my opinion. I'm judging this based off my roster. Like, all of us has different playing styles, and like I may not be as competitive as some players or more competitive than some players. But this is my opinions and ratings on this hero. I hope you like this video. Drop a like, subscribe, comment if you have any questions. Peace out.